What is happening to Ken Yaman? Are we witnessing the fall of a star or the rebirth of a man? Are we witnessing the fall of a star or the rebirth of a man? For years, he was the perfect idol. Handsome, disciplined, successful, loved by millions. He seemed untouchable. But something has changed. His gaze no longer shines as it once did. His presence feels dimmed. And many ask, is he still the same? At the heart of this change is his relationship with Sarah Bluma. At the heart of this change is his relationship with Sarah Bluma. An authentic, free woman, very different from the ideal partner imagined for him. Their love story was scrutinized, criticized, turned into a public show. Why her? Why not someone more discreet? And people forgot the most important question, was he happy? And people forgot the most important question, was he happy? Fame so dazzling from the outside can burn you inside. His projects in Italy have stalled, his bond with his homeland has weakened, even his fans are divided. Some defend him passionately, others say disappointed, he's not the same anymore. But what do we really expect from him? A frozen icon or a man with the right to change? A frozen icon or a man with the right to change? Meanwhile, Sarah chose silence. No interviews, no revenge. Her choice confuses people. Is she protecting Ken? Her choice confuses people. Is she protecting Ken? Hiding a painful truth? Her silence may be stronger than any statement. Her silence may be stronger than any statement. Maybe she's his only shelter amidst the noise. Media pressure has been brutal. Media pressure has been brutal. Some labeled him a man bought by women, reducing his life to an offensive headline. And he responded with silence. A tired, hurt, yet proud look. A tired, hurt, yet proud look. Do we truly know the man behind the myth? Ken hasn't disappeared. He's fighting his inner battles, trying to rebuild. He's fighting his inner battles, trying to rebuild. This isn't the end. It's a turning point. Maybe for the first time he's living for himself and not for the audience. No one knows what he'll do next. Return to Turkey? Disappear completely? That's not the point. The real question is, are we ready to accept the real Ken Yaman, imperfect, human, and seeking himself? His story is not that of a fallen star, but of a man who still has something to say. And maybe in that silence, a new version of him is being born. And maybe in that silence, a new version of him is being born. Sometimes I look at Demet Özdemir's path and feel both admiration and melancholy. She's a woman made of light, of energy, of quiet strength. She doesn't need to shout to be seen. She doesn't need to shout to be seen. And yet, despite all she's achieved, many still look at her through the lens of a past love, as if her worth was still tied to her relationship with Ken. Don't get me wrong, their chemistry was real, something rare. Don't get me wrong, their chemistry was real, something rare. You didn't need words to feel it. But over time, life showed that chemistry isn't enough. Loving someone doesn't mean you can stay together. And there in that moment, Demet's true story began. While many hoped for a reconciliation, she made choices. She married another man, a step that confused some, but showed a woman seeking stability, affection, maybe a life beyond media chaos. And when that marriage ended, as many do, the judgment was harsh. She was accused of not loving, of being wrong, of not valuing Ken. But few stopped to ask, what did she feel? Demet isn't perfect, and that's exactly what makes her real. She's made mistakes, taken risks, fallen, and stood back up. But always with dignity. While some call her cold, I see a woman who's learned to put herself first, who realized she can't live to please others, and that sometimes disappointing the world is better than betraying yourself. Many ask why Ken didn't fight for her. Others say he just let her go. But I ask, why was she the one expected to wait? Doesn't a woman have the right to move forward? Even if it means breaking millions of hearts? Some claim her marriage was a mistake, a rash decision. Maybe. But it was also an act of freedom. Loving someone who's not the fan favorite takes courage. Demet did it. And when it didn't work, she had the strength to walk away. That doesn't make her weak. It makes her human. Today, she's more reserved, less present on social media, more focused on her career. Some see it as distance, I see it as growth. She doesn't need to prove anything anymore. Because she's understood something vital. Self-love isn't up for compromise. Demet Özdemir is far more than a failed love story. She's a talented actress, a woman who survived media pressure, constant comparisons, and malicious gossip. And still she stands, smiling, growing, taking control of her story. Will she get back with Ken someday? Maybe, maybe not. But the truth is, she doesn't need him to shine. Because her light comes from within. Some believe she was a key factor in Ken Yaman's downfall. Some believe she was a key factor in Kanyaman's downfall. I don't claim she destroyed him, but I do think her influence wasn't beneficial. What began as a promising relationship became a staged performance where everything was calculated. The authenticity vanished. And from that point on, Kan was no longer the same, more impulsive, more focused on appearances, less grounded in his essence. Demet, for her part, has continued to shape a public image based on visual impact, photo shoots, high-profile events, a constant need for attention. Many feel her behavior is more artificial construction than genuine personality. And when someone dares to point this out, the response is often cloaked in arguments about female freedom and empowerment, as if any criticism is an attack. But true freedom also means knowing when to protect yourself and when to say enough. Kan's family, deeply conservative and traditional, never fully accepted her. And it's easy to see why. Perhaps if Demet had shown a more discreet, value-aligned attitude, things might have turned out differently. In environments where honor and respect are fundamental, success and visibility aren't enough. Authenticity, humility, and consistency are essential. I feel that in her constant need to shine, Demet has lost what once made her special. That natural charm the public loved now feels replaced by a manufactured version of herself. Everything seems calculated, as if she's more focused on her image than her inner balance. And that's not strength, it's a fragile form of survival disguised as glamour. I say this not to judge, but with hope. I wish she could reconnect with what's essential, with the human, the intimate. Because if she remains trapped in this hall of mirrors, the only thing left when the lights go out will be an image, admired by many, understood by few.